Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a really substantial and timely book, one that sits right at the intersection of two massive industries, emerging technologies and energizing the future of tourism, by Dr. Alaa Momani.
Oh, it's such a fantastic topic because when you really stop and think about it, technology has completely rewired the entire travel experience. I mean, the last trip you took, I guarantee you used your smartphone for everything, right? From your boarding pass to navigating a new city to finding a great place to eat. This book unpacks the incredibly complex systems that are running just beneath the surface of that simple, seamless experience.
And that's what makes the author's perspective so unique here. Dr. Momani doesn't come from a traditional hospitality background. His expertise is deeply rooted in software engineering and information systems. He's published extensively on everything from e-commerce to learning management systems, and he brings that rigorous technical mindset to the world of tourism.
Exactly. So it's not just another book about travel trends. It's a book about the fundamental architecture that makes modern travel even possible. He bridges that gap between the code and the customer, which is a perspective that's incredibly valuable for anyone in this field, whether you're a student, a hotel manager, or, even a policymaker trying to build a smart city.
So for our review today, we're going to follow the book's own clear and logical structure. It essentially takes us on a journey, starting with the big picture, this new, digitally driven age of tourism.
And from there, it drills down into the technical building blocks, the digital foundation, before exploring the specific technologies and systems that are actively transforming the industry. Then it pivots to what is arguably the fuel for this whole engine, data. And finally, it casts an eye toward the future, looking at the road ahead. It's a really comprehensive roadmap.
Okay, so first up, a new age of tourism. The book really opens by establishing this core concept of e-tourism. And Dr. Momani is quick to point out that this is so much more than just being able to book a flight online.
Oh, it's a complete paradigm shift. He describes it as the digitization of the entire tourism value chain. We're talking about everything from how we get inspired to travel, how we plan, how we experience a destination, and even how we share those memories afterward. All of it is now filtered through digital platforms.
And you can really see that contrast laid out perfectly here. Traditional tourism was all about physical touchpoints, right? Talking to a travel agent, unfolding one of those giant paper maps, paying a local guide in cash. The economic impact was very direct, very localized.
Right, whereas e-tourism operates through digital intermediaries like Expedia or Airbnb. The book explores this fascinating trade-off. You might lose some of that direct face-to-face interaction, but what you gain is this huge potential for customization. An airline's app already knows your seating preference. A hotel's website remembers you like a room with a view.
And I think that environmental point is really forward-thinking. The book gets into how virtual and augmented reality could allow for travel experiences that have a near-zero carbon footprint, which, opens up entirely new markets and possibilities for accessibility and sustainability.
So that lays out the what of the transformation. But the book's real strength, I think, is in explaining the how. To really get a handle on the future of tourism, Dr. Momani argues you have to understand the engine that's powering it all.
Which brings us to the digital foundation. This section is just so crucial because it demystifies the technology. For a hotel manager or tour operator who isn't a coder, understanding these core concepts is the key to making smarter decisions about which technologies to invest in.
The book breaks this down beautifully into 5 core components. It emphasizes that an information system is not just the computer on your desk. It starts with the physical hardware, the servers, the Wi-Fi routers, the point-of-sale terminals. Then you have the software that runs on it, the operating systems, and the actual booking apps. And of course, there's the data itself, which is the lifeblood of the whole thing. But the book smartly includes 2 components that often get overlooked: procedures and people. Procedures are the rules of the road, how you handle data, your security protocols, backup plans. And people are the users, the managers, the IT staff. The book's key insight here is that a failure in any one of these 5 areas can bring the entire system crashing down. Great tech is totally useless without well-trained people and solid procedures. And to build these really robust systems, you can't just, start coding and hope for the best. The book dedicates a good amount of space to the Software Development Lifecycle, or SDLC. It's a systematic, engineering-based approach to building technology.
It walks you through this very methodical process. You start by analyzing what the users and the business actually need. Then you design a blueprint, way before you write a single line of code. After implementation comes rigorous testing, then deployment, and crucially, ongoing maintenance. The book's point is that for mission-critical systems in tourism, like an airline's reservation platform, this structured approach is absolutely non-negotiable. It's what prevents those catastrophic failures and ensures the technology actually solves a real-world problem.
Okay, so once we have that solid foundation of how systems are built, The book gets into the really exciting part, the huge ecosystem of specific technologies that are reshaping the travel experience as we speak.
Yeah, this is where theory really meets practice. We move from the abstract components of an information system to the tangible applications that travelers and businesses are using every single day.
And the scope here is massive. The book covers how social media and user-generated content just fundamentally change destination marketing. It's no longer just about glossy brochures. It dives deep into cloud technology, explaining that this is what allows a site like Skyscanner to search millions of flight and hotel combinations in seconds, something that would have been impossible just a decade ago.
Right. And it moves into the more advanced areas too. There's a great discussion on artificial intelligence and how it's being used for everything from chatbot customer service to dynamic pricing on hotel rooms. It explains Geographic Information Systems, or GIS, which is the tech behind Google Maps that helps us get around. And it even looks to the horizon, with VR, AR, and the growing role of robotics in airports and hotels.
Now, this is a really critical slide because the book shows how those individual technologies get packaged into larger business systems. And it's not just a list of acronyms, it's like a hierarchy of intelligence. At the base level, you've got a transaction processing system, or TPS. Every single time you book a hotel room or buy a plane ticket, that one transaction is handled by a TPS. It's the digital workhorse.
Exactly. So then a hotel manager might use a management information system, an MIS, to look at a report that summarizes all those transactions from last month. Things like occupancy rates, revenue per room, it gives them a snapshot of what happened. But what if they want to decide what to do next? Well, that's where a decision support system, or DSS, comes in. It might use AI to analyze past data and competitor pricing to suggest the absolute best room rate for next weekend.
And the book also covers the big enterprise-level systems. An ERP system integrates all the core business functions, finance, HR, operations, all into one platform. A CRM system focuses entirely on the guest, tracking every interaction to provide that personalized service. And an SCM system manages the incredibly complex supply chain of a hotel, from food and drinks to linens. The book does a fantastic job of showing how all these systems work together to create a smart, responsive organization. Which brings us to a really crucial pivot in the book. If all those systems are the engine, then the fuel that makes them run is data. And Dr. Momani makes a powerful argument here, that data has become one of the most valuable strategic assets in the entire tourism industry. The ability to collect, analyze, and act on data is what now separates the market leaders from everyone else. This quote from the book really nails the essence of this whole section. Big data isn't just a buzzword here. It's presented as a fundamental, transformative force, with both incredible opportunities and pretty significant challenges, like data privacy and security.
It marks that shift from simply using data for record-keeping to using it for prediction and optimization. It's about moving from hindsight to foresight, and that changes absolutely everything.
And the book provides a really accessible definition. We're not just talking about more data. We're talking about data that's different in its very nature. It explains the classic V's of big data: immense volume, incredible velocity, meaning it's generated in real time, and a huge variety of sources.
Exactly. This isn't just the structured data sitting neatly in a booking database, like names and dates. The book really emphasizes that it's largely unstructured data. Your Instagram photos from a trip, the text of your TripAdvisor review, real-time location data from your smartphone as you move through a city, even sensor data from an airplane engine. Harnessing all of that is the real challenge and the real opportunity.
And the implications of harnessing this data are just profound. An airline can analyze search patterns and historical data to forecast demand with incredible accuracy, so it can optimize its prices and flight schedules. A hotel chain can use text analysis on thousands of online reviews in minutes to spot a recurring complaint at one of its properties and fix it right away.
And it goes way beyond just individual companies. The book gives examples of how a city's tourism board can analyze aggregated, anonymized mobile phone data to understand how tourists flow through the city. Where do they go? Where are the bottlenecks? This allows for smarter infrastructure planning, better crowd management at popular sites, and ultimately a more sustainable and enjoyable experience for both visitors and residents.
So, after laying out this incredible technological landscape, the final section of the book looks to the future. It acts as a bridge discussing the relevance of all these technologies for the industry today and, well, where we're all heading next.
And it's not just some blue sky vision. It's a really grounded look at the trends that are already taking shape. It outlines both the opportunities for innovation and the challenges of implementation and ethics that come along with them.
This timeline of hotel management systems is a perfect way the book illustrates this evolution. It traces our journey from these clunky, siloed computers that were sitting in the back office of a hotel back in the 1970s to the revolutionary advent of online booking in the 90s, and then to the cloud-based platforms that are totally standard today, where a hotel manager can check their occupancy from their phone anywhere in the world. But the book makes it really clear the journey isn't over. The next frontier is truly smart systems.
Right, a future where AI is constantly adjusting room prices based on thousands of data points, where Internet of Things sensors in the room adjust the temperature to your preference automatically, and where voice assistants like Alexa or Siri handle all your room service and concierge requests.
And this all culminates in the book's final big idea, the concept of smart destinations. This is the ultimate application of all these technologies. It's a vision where technology isn't just used in silos by individual businesses, but is integrated across an entire destination.
It's about using a citywide network of sensors and data platforms to manage traffic, energy consumption, and waste collection more efficiently, which directly benefits both residents and tourists. It's about leveraging AI to deliver hyper-personalized suggestions to visitors in real time, while also making sure that tourism is managed in a sustainable way that protects the destination for future generations.
Ultimately, emerging technologies and energizing the future of tourism is so much more than just a textbook. It's a strategic guide. It's invaluable for students who need to understand these technical foundations, but it's equally essential for managers, entrepreneurs, and policymakers who are building the future of this industry. And it leaves us with what is maybe the most important question of all. As we build this incredibly efficient, personalized, data-driven industry, how do we make sure that all this technology is used to enhance and not replace that spark of genuine human connection, spontaneity, and wonder that makes us want to travel in the first place? It's a challenge that will really define the next chapter of tourism.